What was not enjoyable for USC fans is to watch their defense perform. Bottom of 3, according to most statistics, in the Pac-12, and good defense always starts up front, and USC just did not have it in 2021, Matt.
It didn't. And to get right to the point with the position groups on USC's 2022 roster and the fact that, USC is going to hit the portal once spring ball ends, if you ask me, what is the position group more than any other where USC has to beef up its roster and its depth and its resources, it's defensive line. Obviously, the offensive line becomes even more important now with the Josh Connerly snub. USC has to hit that unit hard in the portal, needs to build some running back depth as well, also linebacker and secondary depth to be sure, but defensive line is number one. I think that's pretty clear, and the rationale for that is not very complicated. It's not very hard to explain. If opposing offenses can hammer the ball between the tackles against USC's defense, what does that do in addition to scoring points the way opposing teams did with regularity against USC last season? It keeps Caleb Williams off the field. And so that's why USC has to have a decent defensive line. It's not going to be great, but it has to have a decent defensive line so that it doesn't get dump trucked. It doesn't get steamrolled by, let's say, Oregon State. Oregon State just smash-mouthed USC into oblivion last year in the Coliseum. That can't happen this year in Corvallis in late September. Caleb Williams is probably going to see the field for fewer than 20 minutes if that happens, and that is not a path to victory for USC. It's not a path to victory in most games if Caleb Williams is on the field for just 20, 22, 23 minutes, and the opponent has a time of possession in the mid to upper 30s. So defensive line is numero uno in terms of need, in terms of urgency for this roster. I think there's no question about it.